Hello everyone, here we are with my collection of Sarumans. Da da da. Here we go, look. They're all metal. There's no fine cast here, baby. It's all metal, normal, decent metal models. I thoroughly approve of this, and I only wish it was still happening. There we go. So, as you can see, these are the only three I've got so far. My intention, again, similar to Radagast, but my intention is to buy each and every one of these in some way, shape or form. I'm not, having said that, there is one exception to this, and that is the Hobbit versions of the Saruman model, because I just do not like them. I really do not like them. I think they're, well, to be quite honest, they're awful. If I'm really honest, I personally think they are absolutely awful. The White Council version of Saruman I think is okay. It's a bit, but it's okay. But the one where he's battling the Necromancer, it's, dude, really, that's awful. It's an awful miniature. They could have done just a better job. I can appreciate what they're doing, the flowing robes, the way the wind's catching them, obviously in the film and stuff. I appreciate them, but it looks too plasticky. It looks clunky. It just doesn't flow right with me. I think the Lord of the Rings Saruman, where he's sort of got his staff thrusted forwards, I think it's for the where Saruman and Gandalf are battling each other set back in when it first came out. A pose similar to that, I think, would have gone much would have been much better. Sorry, I think personally. But anyway, without further ado, that's my little opinion over with my little rant. And yeah, so these are the three I have so far. So starting from the right is the pose I'm sure everyone must have seen a million times over, and here is but do believe this is one of the first of the original Saruman models, and I think it's a fan favourite. I like it. It's brilliant. It's very subtle. It's a very simple pose, but for that reason, it's got a lot of character to it. The way it works, and it's clearly been inspired by the production photo, casting picture, the official photo as such for Christopher Lee's Saruman. Look on the Google Images, you'll find it. Saruman stood there posing in all his regalia, and this is clearly inspired by that. But yeah, I don't know about you guys painting your Sarumans, if you have any or not, but I spent a lot of time researching again how to paint this guy up. Obviously try and make him look as best as I could. And once I got down to the nitty gritty, it's actually really easy. It's time consuming in the sense that I spent a lot of time going over and over and over the shades. I actually ended up redoing this guy completely from scratch because I didn't like the shade and I'd made it too stark, so it was too dark and too light. The highlight was too different, too bright. It just didn't work. So went back down, and watered down highlights work best, I find. So yeah, this is him. That's how it looks. Apologies for the non-basing. I actually have a genuine reason for this, and that the type of grass I need I've run out of, so I'm going to have to work on that. So the base isn't exactly finished, sort of thing. But that's my reasons for that. So don't hate me. I hate myself enough for doing this. But I wanted to show you guys what I've got so far. Okay, so then the second model, which I think is the second official release, Saruman. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think it is. I've got the original rulebook, and it seems to show this guy's maybe in the second. It might be him with again, battling Gandalf. He might have been the second official release, but I think in blister terms, single blister boxes, I think it was this guy after that guy. But yeah, here we go. So here's Saruman. Again, a brilliant little pose, really cool. Now he's holding the Palantir, obviously. The Seeing Stone, and again, same thing. Worked on the highlights bit by bit, built them up over time. Added my own little touches. You can just see on his chest a little white sort of strip there, and obviously highlighting the stitching, the robes, buttons, whatever, as well as his belt. I made that a bit whiter, a bit grey and a bit whiter, just to make a bit of a contrast to the creaminess of his robes. And I decided again to challenge myself, and I managed to get Sauron's evil eye. Oh, I'm losing the focus. Where's the focus? There it is. There he is. Sauron's eye. Look at that. The all-seeing eye. Roar. Yeah, I was really pleased with that. Took a little while to do. Really pleased with it. I wanted to do something, but I just didn't want just a black ball in his hand. I wanted to sound a bit cool. And again, I've been inspired by someone else who had done a similar sort of thing on Google Images or on one of the forums, I think. Can't remember now. I thought I want to give it a try, and yeah, it's come out really well. And then last but not least, I've got him unmounted, and that's because you got to have your heroes on horses for the game. You know, it does help. It means they can sort of whiz across the battlefield so much quicker in gaming terms. And oh, is he going to zoom? Focus? No. Yes, there we go. Ta-da! And there he is on horse. I went for a brown horse rather than Games Workshop's grey, and that's nothing more than just a personal choice. I kind of thought it'd be cool, and it kind of ties in, I thought, with like Rohan's horses. A lot of the Games Workshop horses are painted brown, and the film they're quite brown, you know, ish, give or take. And so I thought it'd make sense that Saruman would have being so close to Rohan, obviously in the gap of Rohan, I thought he'd have a brown horse. So yeah, there he is there on horse. And again, a brilliant model. Come out really well. And just the same thing. Highlights all the same, hair's the same. Pose is really cool, and I think it's quite a nice pose actually, considering this one isn't really inspired in a film sense, because obviously you never see him on a horse. I think they've done a good job of sort of coming up with this pose. I quite like this pose, it's come out nicely. Random side note, again on a pricing thing, I think I bought this guy last Christmas actually, and I think he was about £8.20, £8.30. Now, I'm not knocking it, because as soon as I saw him I thought, Christ, I'm buying him straight away, but he's all metal, right? He's mounted, which so in gaming terms he's obviously awesome. Now with Games Workshop, things that are metal, well, you know, used to be, etc., but bear with me, things that are metal and in a gaming sense, you know, more superior, tend to cost a load of money. It's just how it works, you know. Space Marines, one model as a captain costs 15 odd quid, you know. That's always been a thing. It seems to be a case of, if you know, you're paying for in-game value as well as actual model. Well, this dude is so cheap, £8.20 or £8.30 now maybe. Might have had a bit of price rise, I'm not sure, but he's really cheap for what he is. So for that reason, buy him, because it's just so cheap. Anything of a comparable value, anything from Rohan, any other models that are sort of, you know, mounted in general, cost a lot more than this. So for that reason, £8.20, get it, because it's a great model. And on that note, that's it really. So yeah, that's my Sarumans. I have got an Uruk-hai army nearly finished. I've got to work on some Berserkers. I've got alerts painted up, I've got an Uruk captain painted up, all the warriors, standard warriors are painted up nicely, they're really cool. So at some point in the future I shall do another video of the entire army done, but I want to buy a few more things as yet before that to make it more complete. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing these guys. Let me know what you think. As always, give me comments, opinions, all that sort of stuff. I always welcome it. Apologies if I never quite get back to you on time, but I always do read them, and I always try to get back to you as soon as I can do. So yeah, take it easy guys, rock and roll, and I'll see you soon.